Hello, everyone. It's good to have you with me today. We are going to talk about different tips and guidelines for video marketing and creating good content with videos for LinkedIn and other platforms. Now, video is a little bit tricky because sometimes if you're doing it all on your own and you're talking into the camera, it becomes hard as you feel that you're talking to yourself and it's a monologue. And monologue can be problematic sometimes. And then, if you're having a conversation with people with you on camera, there can be intruders. Like sometimes I can jump in mama's videos and, cause disturbance. But that's fine. That's perfectly fine. These problems, challenges, and issues, and many more like that, could not be the reason to stop you and should not be the reason to stop you. So, coming to the point, when video has full potential of helping you out in building your personal brand, you can easily create videos every day, maybe perhaps twice a day, using various tools that are easily available. They're easy to use, they're not expensive to afford. There are so many apps you can have on your phone, on your laptop, and use them to create quality content. So technically, there is no excuse left for anybody about not creating good quality content regularly. So, this is what we are going to talk about today. And I have someone very special with me. Special for me because I learned many things from him. He's a good friend. He's actually a great friend. And his videos are awesome. So, I welcome Wittek, that is for, to my show tonight. How are you?
Thank you very much, Nousheen. Very kind words, and I'm blushing. You can see my red face. By saying such a nice words, and yeah, thank you very much for having me today and tonight. And I hope we can have a really nice discussion, which will help a lot of people.
I'm sure, yes, yes. We are going to talk about, and then everybody is more than welcome to ask questions about whatever challenges they are facing in creating their videos. And we will definitely, I have the expert, like the pro with me, and he will help us. So you can ask just literally anything about creating good videos that can help you create an impact on your social media. And we will talk about all your questions in the show. All right. So when it comes to myth busting about video creation, the most common myths are like, we do not have time to create videos, or I feel shy from the camera. I cannot afford to pay someone to create videos for me. So when these three thoughts come to our head, what shall we do?
Yeah, that's those are very common questions and common kind of obstacles which people have before they do any videos. And usually it's very simple to basically just start doing videos on. We all have these things. We all have our smartphones, and the smartphones are actually very good and very easy to create videos. Um, Actually, the thing is, you don't need to post it. Imagine sometimes people they say, oh, you look so natural on the videos, and you, Nousheen, you look absolutely fantastic on your videos. But we were not born with this, right? Like it's a skill, and the skill can be improved. That skill can be learned. And how did we learn it? That we did it. We did our first wasn't so great, right? The second was a little bit better. The third was a little bit better, and maybe we didn't post the first 3, 4, 5 videos. So this is exactly what I normally say to people who they asking me the same question. I said, well, you know what? Just record the video and have a look at it. If you don't like it, you don't need to post it, but record it the next day and then see again. Do I like it? Maybe I don't like it, but it was better than yesterday because I repeated that process. And once I'm repeating that process, I'm getting better at it. And that's what it's basically all about. You need to repeat the process many times, then finally you actually get good at it, and you will be able to actually post these things, post videos. So repetition, we're getting better. As simple as that. Standing in front of the camera, of course, it's not easy. It's not easy for anybody at first time. But yeah, by repeating it, by doing it over and over again,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And I'm an introvert, and it was the hardest thing for me to do. But it's all about flow. Once you get into the habit of doing it, and you feel the urge that you really need to talk about few important things, you simply go ahead and do it. You forget about all the hesitation. You forget about confidence. You forget about all those things. And yes, by doing more, we always learn to do better. We improve with time, with trial and error. And making mistakes, like everybody is these days seeing again and again repeatedly on LinkedIn, making mistakes is a great way of learning. So one shouldn't shy away from it. About affordability of video, what are some of the apps that we can use for video editing, which are free of cost and do not, ask us to
Yeah.
spend money on?
Sure. Honestly speaking, there are so many of those. If you just Google free video editing apps, if you put these words in a Google, you will receive a lot of different apps which you can use. Whether it's Capwing, Viva Video, InShot, Magisto, and honestly speaking, I don't even know all the names because I'm using just couple of those for my social media videos. Obviously,
Okay.
because as we have a team, they do the professional side of the videos. But if I create videos just on my own for my there are actually the apps which are, for example, for the LinkedIn has its own app. You can just record the video. Basically, you can add some stickers on it, maybe just a bit of a text overlay, and that's pretty much it, and it's okay. Yeah, so
It's okay, yeah.
you don't need to overcomplicate things. Sometimes people thinking, oh, I need to buy a camera, I need to buy this and that, and then start thinking, oh, I need to spend money. Actually, that's not true. Whenever I'm teaching people about videos and how to do videos, I always say, guys, you have no excuse. You have everything. You have everything already now. You have this, and this is enough. If you want to add
Yeah.
some, if you want to just add something add extra, I would say this:
Mhm.
use this one. This is the mic. Buy a mic. As you can see, it's a wire mic. It's lapel mic.
Mhm.
What I do, I just plug it into my phone. I just clip this one here on my shirt, and I record my videos. And why is it so important? Because usually the audio is important, right? Like when you see beautifully done video, which has not really beautiful sound, it's kind of like a crappy sound, you will feel, oh, the
Yeah.
video is not so great, right? Like you need to make an effort to listen or to understand what the person is saying. If you want to invest into something, this mic, it's a Rode, it costs about like a 200 dirham. So again, it's not that expensive. You can
Yeah.
and then it actually gives you a lot of value. So, but I was a little bit digressing from the apps and all that. But definitely, we all have, there's no excuse. We all have this, and this is enough, guys, to create videos.
Yeah. And I personally believe that posting native videos can really help you get more traction from your audience. And then LinkedIn will rank your videos better, or any other platform for that matter. Even Instagram is treating native videos very differently than the ones that you are linking with. So, my next question from you, Wit, is which app do you prefer to use for editing your videos?
So for the editing video of the videos, again, you can use a lot of online tools which are there, like a VSCD. You can use Filmora. You can use, of course, the more professional, which I'm actually big fond of because I grew up with Adobe. So my Adobe Premiere Pro, that's basically the tool I use, but it's more. I think it's for more advanced level. But there are lot of good simple tools which you can use. What I personally like, actually, and not many people know about it, there's an app which called Lumen 5. I don't know if you know about this or not. It's actually a very interesting app. If you write a script, so, imagine that you write a script about your company or your product, and then you
Mhm.
script into Lumen 5. It's Lumen
Mhm.
5.com. If you upload
Okay.
this Lumen 5, there's a specific artificial intelligence engine which actually turns words into some visuals. So it will create a video with the visuals with using a stock footage and create out of your text actually a video, and it's absolutely free. So it's really absolutely fantastic that you can just write up a text. You can create text and then you turn it into a video. Of course there's like a paid version and free version. Free version is low res and with some watermark. If you want to without the high res, you would need to pay for this, but still, like for social media videos, I think it's a fantastic tool. And again, there is no excuse of not creating videos these days because there are so many these free apps which we can use. So I love Lumen 5 and I love Kapwing. It's another one which I use.
Did you create a couple of videos with Lumen 5?
Yeah, yes, of course. I do quite a few of those because when I need to create something fairly quickly and I don't want to spend so much, editing it and all that. So it's the really the easiest just to go there and then create a video from that. So yeah, for the social media, absolutely fantastic tool.
Okay, great. Um, I have noticed you've been creating too many challenges on different social media platforms. So share the secret with us. Why do you do that?
Okay, so that goes a little bit back when basically all this COVID started, and we were trapped at home, right? We couldn't do anything, and I've done a lot of different seminars on the topic of the videos, how to create videos for LinkedIn itself, social selling, and all these kind of things. And then suddenly everything went quiet, and we couldn't really, go and meet people and actually create those seminars. So obviously, I was thinking about how to bring that experience to more people. So honestly speaking, I got some inspiration from some other people, Gina Gabellini, and some other people who are actually creating a lot of challenges. So I was thinking, okay, fine. LinkedIn is one of the platforms where I am really a lot. I'm there for like a 2 to 3 hours a day easily. And so I thought, and I've seen that a lot of people they struggle with LinkedIn a little bit because they know as a for the business it's a good to be on the LinkedIn, but on the other hand they don't really know how to do things on LinkedIn. So I was thinking, okay, fine, let me put together a 5-day LinkedIn challenge, and initially I was thinking just for honestly when I first set it up, and I was talking to a friend of mine. And I was telling her, I would be happy, if like a 50 people will join. My God, 1,000 people join
Oh
this.
my, that's a big number. Oof,
I was
really?
just blown away, really, when I saw these numbers. People, there was like a every day, like hundreds of people. They were asking me to join the group. I was like, oh my God, what's happening here? So that was kind of interesting. So we ran it twice. Then we actually moved it to London. We did one challenge, a LinkedIn challenge in London as well. That was interesting. Yeah, so overall it was really very very interesting experience. A lot of live videos during these things, and a lot of good value which people were getting. So yeah, that's a bit of a background of challenges.
So you had a lot of fun doing it,
Oh, absolutely.
and it made your audience enjoy it with you. Actually,
I
a lot of
think I
people
think
joined.
Nushin, one of the things which you mentioned just earlier about people standing in front of the camera and thinking about how do I look and all that. Honestly speaking, that's really that's come down to our objective. What is our objective? What do we want to do actually? What is inside us? If you really want to share your content, if you really want to share the knowledge you have, the expertise you have, and you want to share it naturally, then you have that desire to do that, and you because you want to do it, not because you want to look good on a camera or because you want to be famous or you want to be more like an influencer. That's not the point, right? Like that's not the objective. The objective is really to share value with people and genuinely help people to get better at something, whatever it's your expertise. Yeah, marketing, it's social media, it can be whatever it is. Yeah.
True, true. I agree with you 100%. And it's more fun. It gives you the thrill. You enjoy it yourself. You feel good about doing what you're doing. And that's more important.
Absolutely, absolutely. And people can feel it. Many times we talk on social media, we talk about authenticity, being authentic, being true, being who you are. So you're not playing anybody, and then when you start acting like somebody, then if I would be, doing this here, then people feel like what the clown is doing, because
So
suddenly
true.
I'm not who I am, and I'm not really sharing what I want to share, and I'm just trying to pretend to be somebody who I'm not. And I think people pick up on this. People are not stupid. People are really not
Yeah,
not stupid. People
of
are
course not.
people understand, and they will see, and they
They
will
get
see.
it like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Did you try creating, like shooting any skits for social media? That could
Yes,
be fun.
actually. um, to be honest with you, I'm a producer, so my role is usually to inspire my team and give them some kind of directions and trying to I've been kicking them around for many times and always trying to tell them, oh guys, do this, do that, do this, do that. And yeah, actually we came up with few like a little funny looking videos, stop motion style. It looks like
Okay.
when you know what the stop motion is, right? Like when you actually take a picture by picture, like a photo after photo, and then
Uh-huh.
you standing in front of the camera, and then you take one photo, and then you move a little bit, and then you take another photo, and then you move a little bit and take another photo, and I like this. And then when you put everything together, it looks like you're sliding on the ground. So there are a lot of different ways how to bring the creativity into the whole video world. And yeah, we created a lot of these
I
stop motion.
still I still remember how and where I met you exactly. So I'd like to share it with the audience. I met Vitek. I think it's almost a year now. Last summer, he was working on a docu series for one of my very dear friends, and I got to know him on set when he was shooting for them. He was doing an amazing job, of course. He's professional video creator and he's very good at his work. So we had a little bit of chit chat at that time. I was the one making a lot of noise and creating disturbance. But yes, it was a nice interaction and we got to know each other from there. And then we connected on LinkedIn and we started talking about creating videos. And this is how our friendship developed.
Yeah.
So yes, I know him as a professional, and this is the reason he is with us today talking about videography. So may I know about your experiences with docu-series? Like when you're shooting documentaries, what are the different tips that you would like to give to people who are planning on creating docu-series for their personal brand or their business? So what could be good practices in that?
Yeah, that's a very very good question, Nousheen. Because sometimes docu-series, you really need to dig deep and find a story within that docu-series, and it's really important because at the end of the day, we as a human beings, we are drawn by stories. So like we watch movies. Why? Because we are drawn to the story. As a kids, we grow up. We grew up on the stories, right? So in the documentaries, you need to really see the story and how it develops. So sometimes it can be very very tedious job because you need to talk to a lot of people. You need to put things together to create that story, which then need to make sense. It need to and again, you have some objective, right? Why are you creating that particular documentary? And especially that documentary you're talking about, when we met, actually about yeah, it was more than yeah, I think around a year ago.
Around a
uh,
year, yeah.
yeah, that was very very interesting story. And that story wasn't really easy. And I think you remember, I don't want to disclose the details
Yeah.
from the story because it was very personal. And in some way, very sad story, which thankfully got actually the person got over it and managed to actually to save the whole situation. But the story itself or the talk was very dramatic, and so we need to find also the B-rolls or the cutaway shots, how to actually visually match that story or the thing which the narrator is talking about, or the and match that with other shots. So that's not easy. Sometimes we really need to think about it a lot, and then really create very very clear timeline of and a script and storyboard, of course, which was you will always create for any kind of project. So yeah, is actually very rewarding on one side, but also quite daunting, I would say.
It can be, I'm sure, because docu-series are longer, they have different episodes and phases, and yes, the storytelling becomes an emphatic part of it. Until and unless you plan well for it, it's going to be challenging. Do you think we need to create storyboards for shorter videos as well, that are like, 5 minutes long, 4 minutes long?
Nousheen, I think is always good because any kind of preparation, it's like with everything. When you're cooking, for example, and then you just start cooking without any preparation, maybe you're just so good that you make a nice meal. But if I would do that, probably I would have a problem, because maybe I will I don't have a salt, or I miss some ingredients. So down prior to any kind of activity, whatever it is, and just outlining what we need, at least in some bullet points. Maybe it's not necessary to be exactly like a storyboard or exact script. At least some basic preparation is always good, because we can prepare ourselves, and we can eliminate a lot of mistakes which then can happen. And obviously, whenever you're shooting, it's a tedious process which takes quite a long time, and especially if you're shooting something more creative, and you suddenly on set you start thinking about next. That's the worst situation you can be in, because then it gets, everybody are tired, everybody, because it gets longer and longer, people are tired, talents are tired. It's really not to be in.
True. Yes, I agree with you. So, when it comes to creating videos for marketing, do you think videos are only useful at the top of your funnel?
No. Videos actually, if you can think of it, videos can be all the way through your marketing funnel. What I normally say to that or what I answer this question is, just imagine what is the journey, or what. So when the people are on the top of your marketing funnel, usually they don't know you that much. So if they don't know you yet, they will probably not give you time. So on the top of the marketing funnel, usually you would use some shorter videos, maybe just half minute, 5 seconds, up to 1 minute, because people don't know you. Why would they give you, I don't know, 3 minutes, 5 minutes? They probably will not spend that much time. But if you're getting deeper and deeper through your marketing funnel, and people know you, they know that you're providing certain content, they want to know. So it's not about it's about your content, and it's about where the people are within the marketing funnel, what kind of content you can provide for them. So imagine that you'll be watching tutorial how to unbox certain product, for example, of a client. Yeah, that kind of video can take easily 10-15 minutes, but people will watch it. They want to know, because that's their interest, is to figure out how to do that.
Exactly. That becomes their need. So it can be at a specific stage, probably right at the time of your sales, when they're making a buying decision, or they have made a purchase decision and they've received the product. They might need
Absolutely.
that beforehand. So yeah. Actually, I personally believe that video is a very powerful way of communicating with people, and you need it. You need it not just to talk about your expertise, what best you can offer to your customers, but also to help them make their decisions. Someone has just posed a question right now that I will show, and we can talk about it. Fida Hussein says how to improve communication skills.
I think we we mention it right at the beginning. Yeah, when we were saying how you improve your communication skill is by doing it. So obviously, if you don't want to go for some specific training, because there are a lot of communication skill training, people are actually there, trainers who can train you or coach you how to become a better speaker and how to stand in front of the camera, how to actually show up, and all these kind of things. But even though if you just don't want to do that, you can always just start doing things. You can record yourself, you can see what it is, and then by that kind of feedback, getting feedback on what you do in front of the camera, then you will recognize certain mistake. We probably can figure out what we're doing wrong and then concentrate on that and trying to eliminate those mistakes in our next video. So by these bits and pieces, we can put together quite good communication
Yes,
skills
true.
in front of the
And
camera.
I feel that the more natural you keep yourself in your videos, the better off your content will go. And sometimes, if you get a lot of intrusion in your videos, it's okay. Just be natural. Sometimes you need to really stop people while you're speaking in the video. It happens to me all the time. This is the reason I have these live conversations because I know they have to go naturally. So it's all right. It
Absolutely,
works.
absolutely. I've seen your live video with Edward Zia the other day on the LinkedIn Live, and you handle it absolutely fantastically. And I know it's
Thank
a natural thing, because your son is there, and then he wants to be with his mom. It's fantastic. It's fine. It's okay.
you. Yeah. Actually, Burak wants to be a content creator.
Oh,
And
nice.
he wants to, since he sees me do so many things all the time, he wants to be with me to do his bit. And this is the reason he comes. But the thing is that he's still very young and he doesn't understand what should go and what shouldn't go. That's the thing. But I'm
Yeah.
okay with having Brock in any of our conversations as long as he's not talking about his games and vampires and is saying something.
Kids are natural, and I think that's fine. They will learn very quickly, and especially now this generation which is growing up. My God, they have they're gonna be so natural in front of the cameras because they just use it all the time.
Yes, true. So, what happens if my video doesn't get enough views or comments or enough engagement from people? How should I respond to this? Should I feel demotivated? Should I stop creating videos? Should I think, okay, my videos are not going viral at any point in time, so leave it. That's not my thing. Why should I do it? Oh, it's embarrassing for me. I'm not going to do that. What do you think about this behavior? This attitude?
I think, Nousheen, that it's about any kind of content, not just about videos. Yeah, we need to always analyze, how people react to our content. Are they actually, are they resonating with what we do, and whether it is it's a text post or it's a video, doesn't really matter. We need to really always analyze these things and figure out if that content is actually creating some kind of value. Does it resonate with my audience? And if it doesn't, then we need to rethink the strategy and do it slightly and try something different. And that's why many times when we talking about creating content for certain specific social media, I mean, I love to talk about LinkedIn because, again, I'm very much present on the LinkedIn. And sometimes people say, well, I post once in a week. And I tell them, well, that's great. But if you post just once in a week, what kind of data are you getting? You're not getting really much of a data, so you don't know what actually resonates with your audience. So it's better to post maybe 5 times a week, because then you have more data which you can analyze and you can see, oh, this post didn't work quite well, or this one was good, it was even better. So probably I need to do more these and less those. So by analyzing the data which we are getting from our social media, we can actually understand what our audience wants and what kind of content we should create. But coming back about the videos and should we actually create videos, I would whenever I give this talk or I have a webinar, I always ask the audience, how many of you have seen a business related video in a past month? Just say yes in a chat. And how many of you seen business related video in a past month? and just say yes in the comments. I want to really see how many of you. And I'm pretty sure that there will be a lot of people who will say yes. Of course, we've seen business related
Yeah.
video last month. Yeah. So my second question: how many of you created video for your business in a past month? So, and then show
That
me
would be
the
very.
answer. Yeah, of course. And then, so what does it tell you? It does tell you that we as a human beings, we consume videos. We like to consume videos. But on the other hand, we as business owners, we are not making them. So there's a big window of opportunity for us as a business owners to step in and start creating videos and take that opportunity and to capture the audience. So this is really a window of opportunity which is closing. It's not going to be there forever. So we really think if we want to stand in front of our clients, if we want to be present in front of our clients, and especially in these days when we could not meet them, video is absolutely a fantastic tool where that can bridge that gap between us and not being able to actually meet our clients and prospects. I think it's just a no-brainer. It's no-brainer.
Yes. It's very important because it makes people interact with you, know you better. They feel more connected to you. If you,
Sure.
as a business owner, are creating videos and posting them regularly for people, they start waiting for it. Like after Eid, I gave a gap to creating content on LinkedIn and all over my social media. And I received so many messages on my WhatsApp, so many people asking me if something is wrong with me, what has happened, why have I stopped? It shows that they've been waiting for me to bring more content for them, to be more visible, to interact with them through my media. And when I was not doing this, everybody was upset. So
Hmm.
this is just an example of how doing things consistently, regularly, and with a good plan can actually work for people. And if you are engaging in meaningful, thoughtful conversations, thought-provoking conversations,
Hmm.
definitely people would want more of this, and they would want you to do it more often. Like I love the videos that are coming from VTech all the time because I learned so many new things from those videos, especially the updates on LinkedIn features, the updates and different challenges. Challenges are fun, and I think I joined in one of those. When I was applying for my LinkedIn Live feature, I was contacting him and again, and he was inspiring me to do things. I never thought that I would be so consistently on videos, but he has been there with me all the time. So let's think about, let's take up another of the conventions that are believed as a showstopper.
Okay.
Return on investment on videos. Did you think of any return on investment in videos, Vijay, when you were creating for your social media?
Yeah, actually, I do have a formula. Again, there is a usually I run these webinars on how to use videos for my business. So
Yeah.
during these webinars, I show to my audience there's a formula, and in the formula, I actually calculate the ROI of the video. And I usually tell people, okay, imagine that you have 100,000 views, for example, on your YouTube video. Out of these 100,000, only 1% of the people will be your potential clients. Out of this 1%, only 1% will actually buy product or service from you. If that product or service is probably somewhere around 10,000 dirhams. Actually, the ROI of this video is almost 200,000 dirhams. We don't realize that, how amazing number is that. And sometimes people say, well, at 100,000 views, it's a lot of views. Yeah, I mean, honestly speaking, that's a lot of people, obviously. Yeah, but there are ways how you can organically actually create that number. And us, I mean, we know how to create certain campaigns, and of course, you need to put some effort behind it. It's nothing coming that you're sitting on the couch and waiting for something to happen. You need to be out there. You need to create those campaigns. You probably need to spend a little money here and there on the Facebook ads, and push it through the channels, but then you see that something is really happening and something is coming back as a substantial ROI of your video. So that's usually my formula which I'm showing to people.
Yeah. All right. A personal question. When you posted your first video, which channel did you choose? The first one, the very first one.
That's a good question. I'm a TV producer for 20 years. Yeah. So, and I was a TV anchor, I was TV commentator. So I was in front of and behind the camera for many years. At the beginning, it was same as for everybody. I mean, I'm not saying that I was born with with the natural ability to stay in front of the camera and become stand in front of the camera and be natural. Not at all. It was always very difficult. But I think the first video which I ever created and I posted it, I would think it was on YouTube, if I'm not mistaken. It was on YouTube. It was way back. It was on my previous. I had a few other channels and yeah, it was definitely YouTube.
And what was the topic?
Actually, that was that time I was doing like a documentary series where I was interviewing different business owners, CEOs, more of a C-level managers about and about the business, about the challenges which they have. It was always like an interview, and I was introducing these people. I was during the interview I was off camera, but for the introduction I was on camera. So yeah, I always had to find some location, and by that time actually I was doing it just on my own. I didn't have anybody, so I had to always set up the camera first, frame it, everything, make sure that everything is okay, and then stand in front of the camera, do my bit and all that. So it was kind of funny. Funny situation, but yeah, you start from anywhere you can.
Yeah, but it's good, it's something that you can remember again and again, and then
Sure.
revel in the memory and feel good about it.
Yeah, those were the beginnings where yeah, you basically just do what you can do, and again, like it's the same like. Chinese. There's a Chinese proverb. The best time to plant a tree was 30 years ago, and the second best time is now. And this is exactly what I always say to people. Yeah, I understand that you're thinking, oh, he has so many experiences and 20 years, something like this. Yeah, but I had to start somewhere as well, and it was day one for me. So maybe for you today. So there's no reason why you really you just grab this and start doing videos. I think it's very important.
It's very important. Yeah, I agree with you. It's very true. How important is it to start to set up a good strategy for creating videos? And what are the ways that you recommend in devising a good strategy for creating video content?
Yeah, I think strategy is the number one. Like if you don't have a strategy, if you don't know why you're doing what you do, I mean, not just with video, but everything, right? Like then how do you know where you're going? I mean, are you going the right direction? If you don't have a strategy, you don't know what you're doing, basically. So yeah, absolutely. You need to have a strategy. You need to know what you want to do with the video, and again, who you're talking to. That's important as well. We were talking about this marketing funnel, right? Am I creating video for top of my marketing funnel? So I know that I want to be a little bit shorter, straight, not really much of descriptive, more of a nice, flashy kind of video, which just attracts the attention of the people, but not really necessary to be, very, very deep in the knowledge or something. But then if I'm creating tutorial, I know that, that content is really more important than anything else because people want to know. So yeah, that's a part of the strategy which you need to outline. And one of the things which actually that question brings to is, whenever people thinking about what kind of videos to create, I don't know, I think majority of the audience which are watching you and your live things are business owners. So I always say for the business owners, there are three basic videos which they should definitely start with. And number one is a short elevator pitch, video elevator pitch. You know, marketing perspective, we have this term elevator pitch. So basically, we got an elevator with somebody, and somebody asked you, Nousheen will ask me, so tell me, Vitek, what do you do? And I need to have my answer ready within like 30 seconds, 45 seconds, up to 1 minute. So that would be elevator pitch. So exactly the same, just do on video. What you can do with that? A lot of things. You can add it as an attachment to all your emails. So I have my small thumbnail at the end of my email signature, and when people click on it, they will get them video which I created. You can of course promote it on your social media. You can put it on your website, and so on and so forth. So that's a fantastic way how you can tell people in a very short and concise form what you do, what is it all about, and what they can expect from you, what kind of solutions you're providing. So that's number one. Second video is video testimonials. Video testimonials for clients. These are extremely important because it's not you talking about your business, but somebody else who actually had an experience with your business talking about what they experienced. So what is it? It's very, very important. So somebody else is giving you a credit, giving you that recommendation. Oh yes, Nousheen is, whenever I work with her, I had always, she was a pristine, 100% professional, everything was fine, everything was lined up, all the timelines we have seen, and we are always happy. I would love to recommend her to all my other clients. That's a perfect, perfect testimonial video, right? So you can have a video testimonial. And the third one could be objection-based videos. Because many times as business owners, and whenever we talk to some of our clients or our prospects, there are always the same questions which are coming back to us, right? Like people are asking us the same questions, different people, same question. Why not create a video about this? And imagine that you can actually send that video prior to the meeting to your clients. And then suddenly your credibility is increasing because they see, oh, he knows what he's talking about. She knows what she's talking about because, she's sending me already this video, which answers some of the objections which I might have, even before I was even voicing those objections. So I think these are three very, very basic videos or basic groups of videos which anybody start creating will give really immense value to their organizations.
Great tips. Thank you so much for your time, Vitek. I really enjoyed talking to you, and yes, I learned a lot of things. These are some common ideas that we are usually discussing whenever we are working on different projects and whenever we are growing our brands. So thank you for your time and effort, and I look forward to interacting more with you. I hope that everybody has enjoyed the conversation. Since we are not getting any more questions, we'll just move on. Take care. Okay. Have a good night. And do write to us if you have any queries related to making videos. You can directly contact Vitek on LinkedIn. He's very active here, and he's going to respond immediately to your questions. Take care and have a good night.
Thank you very much. Thank you.